Hello and welcome again, it's Julie Cube, and I'm here on a large wonky canvas. I think it's 80 by 50 is the size. It's quite a large canvas, and for whatever reason it didn't matter how much I kept changing those push pins underneath. The actual canvas is warped on its frame, but my husband has a plan for it. He said that he can actually get a flat board behind when it's fully dry and screw it into a flat board and it'll flatten it back out. This is actually a project I'm doing for a friend that wanted, after seeing all my greens week, just loved the greens, said that it'd go with her decor. Not that you have to have art for your decor, but this is what this particular piece is for. So I was just putting, at this point, a layer of my base paint just down the one end, which was just the acrylic white mixed with my pouring medium. All the info is in the drop-down box. And these are the lovely greens that I was using. This particular one is a custom colour. I started off with white and just added the dark green deep, it's called, or moss green. And then that is actually the green light. So I'm putting all the colours that she wanted me to put in to this particular piece. And the composition is mostly going to be down that one end. But I have a few little edits I have to make along the way while I was doing this particular one. That is a metallic gold I'm adding. But yeah, this one was a little bit of a challenge, as you'll see. But I just have to play it by ear and do it. Try my best as I'm going along, as you do. Things don't turn out. You can scrape bits. You can do all sorts of things. That is a metallic copper I'm adding there. I'm going to let you just watch this progress, and I'm going to jump back in where I feel I need to. I didn't actually talk during the making of this video because I wanted to try and really concentrate on what I was doing. Not that it helped me too much. That is the green deep, that really nice deep green, like a bottle green it is. They're all global colours, and any links are down below in the description box underneath this video. Okay, just whizzing over with the heat wand at this time. It just bursts any air bubbles in there. And if you want to create cells, helps create cells. I wasn't actually after cells in this. And that's my mini Baylis blow dryer. Lots of people keep asking me. I can't actually find the exact same one anywhere. But it's just a little travel dryer and I just absolutely love using it. So I'm just doing those, sort of wiggling the dryer as I push out towards each, over each side first. Covers the edges of your canvas nicely with paint. So that's what my plan was in this, doing that first, was pushing all the paint out and just leaving some nice movement effects in it. And then I will then start blowing out those tendrils, as you see. So just pushing through that and blowing out the tendrils. at this point in time, I'm really, I've got too much paint blown out because I did want to leave some background up there and have it more of like a leafy look, like there was a, foliage kind of thing. And I'm realising when I've stood back and looking at it now, no, this is not what I want. So I'm going to do some adjusting here, as you will see, and hopefully try and get a better composition on it. I mean, looking down on it now as I'm creating it, it looks actually quite fine, but at the time I think, no, I don't like that. There's too much green at the top and there was meant to be less. So what do? You just, you either leave it and put up with it, or you just try and edit it and change the thing, and that's what I'm doing. I'm getting my little scraper and I'm going to scrape that paint off and get rid of it. And it's not wasting too much paint. As I've said before, mostly of that paint is pouring medium, and if you're not happy with the particular piece of art on a canvas this large size, then I believe I have to just work with it and try and get it how I want. So I'm going to push through it and hopefully get something better. Right, I've took the paint off, now I'm putting some base on again, and fingers crossed that I can get something that I love and that I'm happy with. Here we go again, stage 2. I'm just hoping that I can try and get this right again. Same process all over again, just a little bit less paint in those tendrils, and see if I can do it. So wish me luck. Okay, I've kind of, got plenty of colour on there again, and it's not the end result that was in my mind, but I am actually happier with it this time now than I was the first time. So no regrets about pushing that paint off. I just wanted to try and push through it and get it, a little bit different composition. So don't give up on something. Just keep trying until you're happy with the results. Remember, it's only you that you've got to make happy. I know this particular one is for a friend, but I know that she's going to be grateful whatever I choose to do in it. So I'll push on and I'm just adding a bit more of that dark green to dull down that candy look of the green light and push on with it. today I am certainly going to embellish it with my trademark balloon art magic. My friend appreciates and likes this in the painting, and it's what I love to do, and it creates some movement and depth, I believe. And so I'm merrily going along there, just giving it some balloon kissing roll, as my husband calls it. You're giving it the balloon love, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, you can either, if you're doing a piece similar, just take any ideas from what you see creators do, then make it your own by either leaving it or go in a whole different style. That's it. It's all very personal, is this process. So wait until you see the photos at the end, and I'll hopefully you enjoy.